Hey YouTube, Scott Stevens here. How you doing this evening? Welcome to another edition of WWE 2K22 Universe Mode. Tonight is episode number 101. And we have World Wrestling Federation action coming at you. Championship Wrestling from Madison Square Garden, with the main event being a return match from last week's show. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. I hope everybody had a fantastic day. Hey, Bonnie, first 2 days in a row. Bonnie's got it going on. 2 days in a row. First. We may have a little treat for you tonight. I just talked to Bob Cook just a few minutes ago, and he may stop in. He may. I don't know if he is working out, if this is going to be his workout time or not, but I did talk to him just a few minutes ago, and I told him I was going live. I know he's on YouTube. I know he follows me, so hopefully he'll be able to stop in for a few minutes. He was asking about his, if I heard anything about Twister Town. Cannes Movie Festival is over, and I should be hearing something in the next couple of days. And so hopefully. All right. Hey, Derek, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining. Hey, Godspeed. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing well tonight. Bonnie beat everybody tonight. 2 nights in a row. She's on a heater. A heater. We went to the casino today, and we were not on a heater. She was for a while. Bonnie had a big hitter, and then gave it all back. That's the way it goes. I didn't even get that far. I just straight up gave my shit away. All right. World Championship Wrestling from Madison Square Garden. You can see we are a week and a half away on the calendar from Showdown at Shea. All right, let's take a look at tonight's card. You can see the current feuds in play right now in the World Wrestling Federation. Tito Santana and Greg the Hammer Valentine battling it out over the Intercontinental Championship. They'll meet at Showdown at Shea in a backstage brawl to take place somewhere inside Shea Stadium. Honky Tonk Man and Ted DiBiase are in a feud, and of course that long heated feud between Sergeant Slaughter and Pat Patterson. Those two are getting together at Showdown at Shea as well in a submission match. Hey there, Dave. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well tonight. All right, let's take a look at tonight's action. Tonight's preview is brought to you by the WWE Shop. Use the link in the description below to get to the WWE Shop for all of your favorite World Wrestling entertainment gear, apparel, merchandise, memorabilia, championship belts, anything you want WWE related, get at the WWE Shop. They have specials every single day on their website, so make sure you use the link in the description below to get to the WWE Shop. All right, tonight's matchups, we have Tito Santana, Greg the Hammer Valentine opening things up. The feud continues. The title is not on the line. It will be when they have that backstage brawl at Showdown at Shea. Yeah, I saw his promo last night, Godspeed. Never been a big fan of his, but I saw his promo. Big John Studd squares off against the Iron Sheik. The Honky Tonk Man battles Ted DiBiase. Their feud continues. Pat Patterson takes on Bruno Sammartino. Rocky Johnson's in the house. He'll take on Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful. George the Animal Steel is here. He'll take on Mil Mascaras. The Rock, he's your WWF champion right now. He will take on Bob Backlund in a non-title match. And we have a return match from last week as tonight's main event. It is Superstar Billy Graham and Ravishing Rick Rude. Rude got the win last week. Superstar had his foot draped across the lower rope. Referee either didn't see it or didn't care. Counted Superstar down. Rick Rude got the win. Superstar Graham was extremely pissed off. He petitioned the board of directors for a rematch. He has one here tonight. All right, so let's start the show, and then we will start the action. Let me tell you, I have a special going on in my merchandise store at the top of the channel here. Just click on store, take you to my merch store where I have lots of stuff with for my book covers, coffee cups, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and a whole bunch of Talon Twisters merchandise as well. They are, of course, the fictional baseball team in my novel Twister Town. 25% off everything in my merchandise store today only. And don't forget about SeatGeek. Use the link in the channel description. $10 off a $250 first purchase using the code ScottStevens10. Welcome to another sold-out crowd at Madison Square Garden.
Notifications about the big matchups that are set for tonight. I cannot wait for this event. I'm not sure.
Yes, Derek, all of my streams start at 6:30. No matter what game I'm playing. Yep.
The atmosphere backstage, Corey, has been growing with every minute.
So even when the football stuff starts at 6:30. That is correct. And speaking of football, 48 days now. 48 days until early access to college football 25, and I will be shifting the focus on my channel to college football 25 the moment it goes live. So yes, Derek, my stream schedule is pretty set right now, Sunday through Thursday night, 6:30 every night. The only time it changes is during hockey season, because I never miss a Devils game. So when the Devils are playing, I may do an afternoon stream, but we don't have to worry about that until, September, October. So right now, every stream is at 6:30. That way you won't miss one, Derek. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, guys. During hockey season, they change, but we got, October, September, I think. So we got five months or so before that happens, so we're good. No worries on that. From now until then, I'll be 6:30 Sunday through Thursday night. And I always give you plenty of heads up, Derek, when the schedule is going to change. I always put up a schedule so you know when I'm going to go live what day. But until hockey season starts, it's 6:30 every night, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, first match of the evening, Intercontinental Champion Tito Santana taking on Greg the Hammer Valentine, non-title match, but these two will have the gold on the line when they get together at Showdown at Shea in just a week and a half time. Let me know who you think is going to get the win. I'm going to go with Tito tonight. He's been on a pretty good run. And just for those of you who got in a few minutes late, I just talked to Bob Cook a few minutes ago. And hopefully he's going to be able to join us tonight. I don't know if he was on his way to the gym or not. If so, he's not going to be able to join us. But he may just pop in. He's popped into a stream before. And I told him I was going live, and he's more than welcome to join us for a few minutes. So hopefully he'll have a few minutes to pop in. All right. Godspeed says Tito Santana is going to get the win. Let me know who you guys think is going to get the victory tonight. Tito's the favorite heading in. Let's send it down to ringside here at the Garden and get your introductions for the opening match of the evening. There's your champion. Dave says Tito's going to get the win, so he's the heavy favorite coming in.
The contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 247 pounds, the World Wrestling Alliance Intercontinental Champion, Tito Santana.
Derek says Greg's going to get the win, so he's still the underdog.
Respect for their opponents. Oh, too bad this isn't a friendliness competition. It's a fight, and I don't think that attitude's going to do him any favors in there. He may not be defending the championship tonight, but his pride is always on the line.
It is always on the line. And he doesn't want a poor showing. We're a week and a half away from Showdown at Shea. It's going to be probably a 10, well, definitely at least 10 matches, maybe a 12-match card. So we're going to go long that night. I don't know what night it's going to be quite yet. Next week we'll figure it out. Here's the Hammer.
And his opponent from Seattle, Washington, weighing in at 253 pounds, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Finally,
Greg the Hammer Valentine looking forward to that backstage brawl at Shea Stadium in about a week and a half. It's Showdown at Shea. They're going to be in the locker room. They're going to be in the parking lot. They're going to be in the dressing rooms. They may end up in the broadcast booth. That's not really possible in the video game since they don't have any baseball fields in here, but it's good for the storyline. Good match to start things off here. Yet another sellout crowd in Madison Square Garden. Tito Santana, Greg the Hammer Valentine, opening bout of the evening. There's the bell, and we are underway.
At the Performance Center as of late.
Yeah, a consistent work ethic is what you're talking about, Michael. He's not someone who will rest on his laurels.
He never has been, and that dedication is what puts him in position to win tonight. But don't overlook his opponent.
Hammer gets right to work, stretching those hammies. You know why he's doing that, working toward a possible figure four leg lock later on down the road.
Risky. This will not end well. Nasty. The hardest part of the ring. Uh-oh. Armbreaker. Able to get the advantage here.
Ooh, right down on the knee.
Working on the leg.
Hammer sends Tito back inside the ring. Follows him in there at the count of 2. Tito's got the hammer lock in with the body slam on top of it. Tito's got the armbar locked in. Wrist lock armbar. Greg can't reach the ropes. A little early in the match. I don't think he's going to submit. He's still got plenty of strength to get out of it. Tomorrow night's live stream, 6:30.
Into the corner now. My goodness, did you hear that chop? Stomping away.
I think we're New Japan tomorrow.
So ruthless.
I don't remember. We'll have to check. Big elbow to the ribs there. Nice reversal by Tito. Bonnie's doing good. Derek, thank you for asking. We went to the casino today. She had a really big hit. And then gave it all back. I didn't get any big hits. I just gave it all away. we had a terrible day at the casino today. She didn't though, really. She had fun. She played with their money all day. She had a real big hit. So yeah, she really didn't lose anything. Tito with the cover. He's got the leg hooked. And a 3 count. Tito Santana with the victory over Greg the Hammer Valentine. Greg really didn't put up much of a fight that match.
Here is your winner, Tito Santana.
That's got to give him a boost of confidence as we draw ever so near to Showdown at Shea. And Greg the Hammer Valentine, he's going to need a better performance than that if he's going to have any hopes of winning the Intercontinental Championship. 1.5 stars is your official match rating. Indeed, Godspeed, that was an ass kicking. The Hammer should be embarrassed. He needs to go back to the drawing board. He needs to do something. Ass kickings like that, the feud's going to end at Shea. If he doesn't get the title, he's got to move on. Second match of the evening here at the Garden. Tonight we have Big John Studd squaring off against the Iron Sheik. I got to go with the Iron Sheik. Let me know who you guys think is going to get the victory. Big John Studd, I usually like to go with the guys who have the size and the strength, but the Iron Sheik, man, he's just vicious. And I think he's too much for Big John Studd to handle. Studd hasn't been the same since he had his feud with Andre the Giant. Andre beat him decisively. And Big John has not been the same since. Godspeed says Studd's going to get the victory. Dave says John's going to get the win, so he's the slight favorite coming in. We'll send it down to ringside and get your introductions. We usually play slots, Derek. We were there for about 5 hours today, and we both sat on the same machine all day. So yeah, we like to do the slots. There's Big John Studd.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Allentown, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 393 pounds, Big John Studd.
Big John Studd.
When the competition level is this high, you can bet it will be memorable.
Studd's the favorite coming in. I used to play poker, Godspeed. I love blackjack.
Look at the focus.
I love roulette too.
Ready to prove he's the best
but
this division has to
for the
offer.
last many years now, we've been playing just pretty much the slots. You can get some really big hits, even on the minimal bet on a lot of those slot machines. There's the Iron Sheik.
From Tehran, Iran, weighing in at 275 pounds, Iron Sheik.
Derek's picking Big John Studd as well, so Studd is the heavy favorite coming in. I'm the only one to pick the Sheik. Look at those pointed boots. He's got those sharp, curled, pointed boots that he loves to use during the match. That'll cut the skin and get you bleeding in a heartbeat. I'm the only one to pick the Sheik. He is the heavy underdog coming into this one. Fans here at the Garden do not like him. Neither does Big John Studd. It's an intriguing match on paper. I just don't think Studd is ruthless enough to be able to get past that man right there. There's the bell. We are underway. Studd off to the solid start. Big elbow to the face. Boot to the rib cage. Couple of left hands. And the Sheik is down. Studd now going to choke him out. Referee just sits there and looks on. Does nothing like it's an NHL playoff game. Studd walking across the rib cage. I think I just heard one pop. Went for the drop kick and missed. Nice hip toss there by the Sheik, followed by an elbow across the arm. That's good, Godspeed. Blackjack and poker will do the same, man. They'll take your money the same. Slots just does it a little more slowly, a little less at a time. I had one hit of about 150 bucks today. Bonnie hit like 500. But we go so much, we go ridiculously way too much. We probably paid for a couple of floors at the hotel, at the new hotel easily. Oh, look at that. Sheik went for a double axe handle off the top rope. Studd caught him in midair. Backbreaker into a pin. And the Sheik kicks out at the count of 2. Nice sequence of moves there by Studd. Oh, he's looking for a surfboard. He's got the Iranian bent in half the wrong way. Across those knees. Studd pulling on the chin and the legs. The Iron Sheik finds a way to escape. Nice job.
And this might not have a pleasant ending.
Big John Studd dropping the Sheik. Across the top turnbuckle, then a bonsai drop across the chest. The Sheik is in a lot of trouble. Studd hooks the leg and secures the victory. Wow, okay. Big John Studd, the heavy favorite, comes in and squashes the Iron Sheik. I'm the only one that picked him, and now I'm looking pretty foolish.
Here is your winner, Big John Studd.
What an emphatic victory, guys. No contest.
Fans don't like either one of these guys. I think they don't like the Sheik even more, but Big John Studd with a serious ass-kicking of major proportions of the Iron Sheik. 1.5 stars is your official match rating. That's 2 1.5-star matches to open up the evening. Big John Studd with an ass-kicking on the Iron Sheik. Yeah, no kidding, Dave. Studd's back on track. That wasn't even close to being a good match. All right, next up we got the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase's in the house. He's been feuding with the Honky Tonk Man, and there's a pretty good possibility we might see these two at Showdown at Shea. We may not. I don't know if we're going to have room for this feud this month. We got it tonight here at the Garden, though. $1 Million Man and Ted DiBiase and the Honky Tonk Man. I'm going to go with Ted as my pick for victory. Let me know who you think is going to get the win. Godspeed says it's going to be the Honky Tonk Man. Derek bets on football. You know, I used to bet on football. I don't anymore. Dave says DiBiase is going to get the win. So Ted is the slight favorite. I used to bet on football, and I don't anymore. I stopped doing that.
The WWE Universe just exploded.
I hope so too, Godspeed. I hope they do too. There's the Honky Tonk Man.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Memphis, Tennessee.
I don't know, Dave.
Weighing in at 277 pounds. The
Honky Tonk.
Matches like these with talent of this caliber.
They're booing the Honky Tonk Man. I think they're gonna boo DiBiase even more. So maybe we'll have to go with DiBiase as the ultra heel.
The look of focus and determination on his face. He wants to show the world that he can.
You know, I used to bet on football all the time. I used to bet on NFL football. I used to bet on college football, and there was a game.
The $1 Million Man.
That was about 15 years ago now.
And his opponent from Palm Beach, Florida, weighing in at 260 pounds, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
DiBiase, he's getting a stronger round of boos. But there was a college game back in the days when USF was good. I'm gonna say, I don't know, was that 2005, 2006, about 20 years ago. Can't believe it was that long ago. But when USF was ranked in the top 10, they were playing Florida Atlantic, and they were giving Florida Atlantic 35 points. And USF was undefeated at the time. They were ranked in the top 10. And I thought for sure they were going to score 70 or 80 points on Florida Atlantic. And man, I was so sure, and I couldn't get in touch with the guy that I was betting on. And back in these days, there were no online, betting like there is nowadays. You had to actually go through people. And I couldn't get in touch with the guy I knew. I couldn't find anybody else. And I didn't bet on the game. And USF won the game by 3 points. So I would have lost. And that taught me a lesson. That taught me a lesson that I always knew, there's never such thing as a sure thing, but I thought that day there was. Because Florida Atlantic sucked. They were low Division I. USF was in the top 10. Certainly they were going to win by more than 35 points. They won by 3. And I would have lost big time on that, so I stopped. I just stick with the casinos now. DiBiase pulls the fingers apart, grabs the ankles, and escapes the hold. I'd probably be better off, though, betting on football. I'd probably lose less money betting on football than we do at the casinos, so I'm not even joking there either. Because I've never, in a day betting on football, never lost as much as we lose in a day going to the casino now. Man, I lose so much money. I have good days, though. I have good days where I win, but those are fewer and further between. Double boot reg by DiBiase right across the eyes. I do, Derek. I do. I watch NFL in college. I like college better, though. I never miss a Miami Hurricanes game. Just like the Devils, I always watch the Hurricanes. I like college better than the NFL, though. I really do. A lot more. DiBiase with a super fly off the top rope. Perfectly executed right down across the chest. And he's laughing at the Honky Tonk Man right now because he just crushed him. Maybe a lung, maybe a rib. And now Honky throws DiBiase over the top rope. He's out on the apron now. Right hand to the head. Second one. DiBiase still on his feet. Left hand by the Honky Tonk Man. He's out on the ring apron now. And he's got DiBiase up, dropping him right on that apron, where there's no padding, and both men out on the concrete floor of the Madison of the Garden here. Nice hip toss by Honky. Yeah, I love college football. You know, college football, I'm not going to say that college football is not a business, because it absolutely is. But it's more of a fun atmosphere if you go to a college football game than if you go to an NFL game. Back in my days when I was broadcasting, I did both the NFL and college football. And it always amazed me the difference between the college games on Saturday. You know, I do a college game on Saturday and then an NFL game on Sunday. Just the atmosphere in the air, the atmosphere in the stands, just everything is just completely different. And it's not as much fun. You know, college football, you can have fun at a college football game, even if your team's getting blown out. You can still have fun at a college football game. The NFL, it's just I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem to be a fun atmosphere. As much fun as college. And I always used to be amazed. Hell, when I was working in Arizona, I did in 96, 95, 96, 97, I did play-by-play for the Arizona State Sun Devils and the Arizona Cardinals. They were the Phoenix Cardinals then. They had just moved to Phoenix. And you would go to we would broadcast the Arizona State game on Saturday, and there'd be 80,000 people at Sun Devil Stadium. Sellout crowd. Arizona State was really good back then. And then the very next day, the Cardinals would play, and the stadium there'd be 5,000 people there. No one went to the Cardinal games. So, I mean, that was a completely different atmosphere just because there was nobody there. But I've always been a bigger college football fan than NFL. Big fist drop by DiBiase, 2 of them right across the forehead. He's making it 3. A bloody Ted DiBiase stomping away on the Honky Tonk Man right now. He's got him by the hair, and he's got a Cobra Clutch locked in. He's got plenty of leverage, blood pouring into his eyes, but he's got good leverage on that Cobra Clutch, pulling on the neck, the back bending the wrong way. Honky's in a lot of trouble here in the middle of the ring. DiBiase was feeling the finger slip, let the hold go, goes for the cover instead. And he got him. A bloody Ted DiBiase gets a 3 count on the Honky Tonk Man, weakening him with that Cobra Clutch. Here's your winner, Ted DiBiase. A bloody DiBiase up. Honky's coming after him. DiBiase saw it coming and he ducked. And there's a clothesline of his own. Honky Tonk Man head over heels over the top rope out onto the floor. And listen to the fans cheering for Ted DiBiase. So there's your answer, Dave. Honky Tonk Man is now your heel. Ted DiBiase getting the cheers. Blood pouring down his face. And he gets the victory over the Honky Tonk Man. 2.5 stars is your official rating. Best match of the evening so far, sadly. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, hearing cheers at the Garden. Solid win over the Honky Tonk Man. All right, coming up next, this is a legendary match. Bruno Sammartino squaring off against Pat Patterson. Now, don't forget, Patterson's been in that brutal feud with Sergeant Slaughter. Slaughter's not on the card tonight, but that doesn't mean he's not in the building, so we have to keep an eye out for him. It is, Derek, it is. But college is a business as well. And you have so much more fun at a college game, so. Yeah, right, no King Godspeed. I'm going to go with Bruno to get the victory here in this one. Let me know who you guys think is going to get the win. We got Pat Patterson, Bruno Sammartino, and Sergeant Slaughter. We haven't seen him today. We got to keep an eye out for him, though. Dave's going to go with Bruno, so he is the slight favorite coming in. And we'll send it down to ringside and get your introductions here at Madison Square Garden. Godspeed says Bruno's going to get the win as well, so Bruno's the heavy favorite coming into this one. There's Pat.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 297 pounds, Pat Patterson.
Just look at the
Patterson's feud with Sarge has been brutal. We'll have to keep an eye out.
Really, Saxton? You know, a number of people in the back just despise this superstar.
Well, the WWF Universe clearly
The Sarge he might even pay Bruno off to take the match from him. We've seen some wild shit here in Universe mode. The scheduled opponent is Bruno Sammartino. We'll see who walks through that curtain. And here he comes, the living legend.
And his opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 317 pounds, Bruno Sammartino.
No matter how high the deck is stacked, this one competitor will never give up. Well, as long as never giving up is the only strategy they bring with them into the ring, the odds are they will always be stacked against them.
Bruno Sammartino and Pat Patterson. Pat has that submission match coming up against Sergeant Slaughter at Showdown at Shea in about a week and a half time. And that will be the culmination of that very long and brutal feud. You still have to keep an eye out for the Sarge here tonight. There's the bell. We are underway at the Garden. Pat Patterson up to a strong start, flailing away on Bruno.
Just yet, but his performance in this match could sway me. You're not the only person to be looking to convince tonight.
Don't discount the man he's facing.
That's right, Dave. I remember that. I remember that. Stromboli breath. I used to love Captain Lou. He was funny.
Oh, man, you can see he is feeling it now.
He was funny.
Firm control.
Patterson with a big boot to the side of the face. Bruno's down. Pat drops an elbow across the chest. And there's a boot to the face. Nice reversal by Bruno. Derek says Bruno's going to get the win, so he is the heavy favorite coming into this one.
Here we go.
Look at the diving drop kick by Sammartino off the top rope. He took a little bit of that too. He came down on the back, but the feet made contact. And solid knee lift to the face. And Pat Patterson definitely on the receiving end of plenty of punishment here at the beginning of the bout. Bruno's got the submission hold. Knee in the small of the back. Pat's reaching for the ankle. Gets a hold of it. Gives it a tug, and Bruno goes down, releasing the hold. Vertical suplex by Patterson.
He's lost some of his wind now.
Patterson, solid right hands to the side of Bruno's head. Patterson up to the second rope. Misses. He wasn't even close. I don't even know what the hell he was trying to do there. Bruno with a double arm hook suplex. Perfectly executed. And Sammartino, solid right hands to the face of a fallen Pat Patterson. More right hands to Patterson's head. You never liked him, Derek, really? I always thought he was funny. Patterson gets a boot to the face of Bruno. That backs him off. Pat's taking a break. That's a mistake. Bruno, alley-oop. 2 points for Sammartino. Patterson made a cardinal mistake there. And Bruno's got the bear hug locked in. Middle of the ring here at Madison Square Garden. Squeezing the breath right out of Pat Patterson. Look at Patterson. Oh, he's going to throw a headbutt. And that gets Bruno to release the hold. Bruno tossed hard into the corner now. Pat comes in with a solid right hand. A couple of right hand chops to the chest, and Bruno's down. Thought this match might be over when Bruno got that bear hug in. Look at this move by Pat Patterson. I don't really know what that is. It's kind of like a one-legged figure four. We'll call it a figure two, right? Either way, Bruno got out of it. Solid left hand by Patterson. Nice jab there. And an overhand right to the back. Bruno's down to one knee. Patterson, another boot to the side of Bruno's face. He's going to go for the win. Shoulders are down. Leg is hooked. 2 count only.
Somehow, some way, he is still in this.
Patterson with a diving knee to the face, and Bruno's been busted open. And Patterson now solid right hands to that wound, trying to open it up a little further. Blood pouring from Bruno's head there. You can see it on the right side. He's going to need stitches for sure. And he just saw his own blood, and he didn't appreciate it. Nice right hand reversal there by Bruno. He's got Pat up in the torture rack. Backbreaker into a gut buster. Brutal move by Bruno, and he's going to try and go for the win. 2 count only. Yes, that was close. That was close. Best match of the evening so far. A bloody Bruno Sammartino getting some love from the fans here at the Garden. Throwing several right hands to the side of Patterson's face. Stomp to the gut. Is Patterson bleeding? Looks like he may be bleeding as well. Maybe from the bridge of his nose. Can't tell from this angle. Arm breaker by Bruno. Sammartino with a second one. He's got the wrist lock. Arm wringer. Wrist lock. Oh, he tried to break the wrist. Break the fingers. Big uppercut forearm by Bruno. Patterson still on his feet.
Yeah, he has planted himself in the driver's seat.
That had plenty of power behind it. Now head first into the top turnbuckle. Patterson's busted open now. Bruno hit him with a boot to the face, followed by an arm breaker. Patterson is now bleeding. Both men have been busted open. Bruno for the cover and the win. Bruno Sammartino with a 3 count over Pat Patterson. Hard-fought victory. Best one of the night so far. Here is your winner, Bruno Sammartino. Look at this. Sarge comes in, attacks Bruno and Patterson. Why is he attacking Bruno? His beef isn't with Sammartino. What a cowardly move by Sergeant Slaughter. His beef is with Patterson, not with Bruno Sammartino. Both men now left bloodied and on the canvas. Bruno did get the win, though. 3 stars is your official match rating. Best match of the evening. Sarge came in and attacked both men. He said, I'm not going to discriminate. How about I sucker punch both of you? The fans here at the Garden are in shock. You don't attack Bruno Sammartino. The fans don't like that. That was indeed a good match. All right. That brings us to the intermission portion of the evening. Let's take a look at what went down here at Madison Square Garden so far tonight. Tito Santana, the Intercontinental Champion, with an ass-kicking of Greg the Hammer Valentine. Title wasn't on the line. They'll be meeting at Showdown at Shea in a week and a half. That was not good for the Hammer. He needs a new strategy. Big John Studd, an ass-kicking over the Iron Sheik. I expected a much better match out of that one. The Sheik didn't give it to me. Big John Studd easily with the win. Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, with a pretty good win over the Honky Tonk Man. And as you just saw, Bruno Sammartino with a hard-fought win over Pat Patterson. After the bout was over, Sergeant Slaughter came out and attacked both men. Cowardly move by the Sarge. Coming up in the second half of tonight's action, Rocky Johnson battles Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Mil Mascaris squares off against George the Animal Steel. George has got the voice Justin Michaels in his corner tonight. The WWF Champion, The Rock. He has a non-title match against Bob Backlund. And a return bout from last week. Ravishing Rick Rude taking on Superstar Billy Graham. You are, Dave? You're 4 for 4? That's cool. I'm not. Tonight's second half of action is brought to you by Fanatics.com. Use the link in the description below to get to Fanatics.com for all of your college football needs, apparel, merchandise, memorabilia. They have daily specials on their website every single day. So make sure you use the link in the description below to get to fanatics.com for all of your college football apparel. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything. Also, don't forget SeatGeek, newest sponsor to the channel. You can use the link in the channel description to get to SeatGeek. First-time buyers get $10 off any purchase of $250 or more by using the code ScottStevens10. $250 sounds like a lot, but you go buy 3 tickets. You'll see it adds up very, very quickly. My merchandise store today, 25% off of everything today only. And we are 48 days away from College Football 25. July 15th. It's either going to be at 4 p.m. or midnight. Either way, I'm streaming it live. I'm really praying for 4 p.m. I'd much rather do a 4 p.m. stream than a midnight stream. But I will if I have to. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. All right, starting off the second half of tonight's action, we got Rocky Johnson, the Soul Man, squaring off against Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Let me know who you guys think is going to get the victory. I'm going to go with Rocky as my pick to get the win. Dave says Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff is going to get the victory. So we have a pick'em coming into this one. The Soul Man and Mr. Wonderful. Godspeed says Mr. Wonderful is going to get the win also. So now Paul is the slight favorite. We'll send it down to ringside and get your introductions. Start the second half of action here at the Garden.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 286 pounds, Rocky Johnson.
Rocky Johnson, the Soul Man.
Value of respect. At every show, this one asks me how my day is going and even compliments my suit.
Wow, a goody two-shoes and a liar. What a terrible person.
Well, one thing Rocky Johnson was not was a goody two-shoes. He was a hell of a nice guy. But you can compliment people and not be a goody two-shoes.
A guy who treats every match as if it's the biggest one of his career. He definitely plans to steal the show tonight.
The thing I'll always remember about Rocky, and I know I talk about him a lot, but I was just very, very close with him. And I just loved the way he loved food. He loved food as much as I do. We had some good times. Especially when there was food involved. Rocky Johnson in the house here at the Garden tonight.
And here we go.
Going up against that man right there.
From Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 269 pounds, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
Mr. Wonderful, he is the slight favorite coming into this one.
Stand by their words. This person doesn't shy away from anything.
Derek, what's the rest of your sentence, Derek? Can we do a triple threat match and say what?
Seems to enjoy tearing others down.
Yeah, the family love food, Godspeed, yep.
The truth
Yep.
isn't for you, Saxton.
Man, I'll never forget that night when Rocky did his book launch. We were at Barnes & Noble in Tampa, and he asked me to go there with him because I had done an event there a few weeks prior. And when I got there, he had a big smile on his face, and he goes, "Man, they're letting me get whatever I want from the bakery all night. It's on the house." I'm like, wow. He goes, "Yeah, they have no idea what they're getting into." My God. Between him and I, we cleared that place out, man. That bakery was damn near empty by the time we left. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff with a knee in the small of the back on Rocky Johnson.
Nice escape.
Rocky grabs the ankle and escapes. Mr. Wonderful, the slight favorite coming in this one. Nice sidewalk slam there by the Soul Patrol. Derek's picking Paul Orndorff as well. So Paul is the favorite The definite odds-on favorite coming into this match. I'm the only one to pick Rocky.
A chance to recover.
And Rocky, look at this. With the inverted suplex. Nicely done. And Mr. Wonderful really feeling the effects of that. Went for the knee drop. Orndorff rolled out of the way.
To the left side.
Orndorff off the rope. Clothesline by the Soul Man.
Measured up nicely.
Fist drop right to the forehead.
All measured up.
Rocky with a drop kick to the neck.
He's absorbed some damage.
Rocky dishing out some punishment now. Arm breaker.
Break his arm. Vicious.
Lining him up for a second one. There it is. And a third. Rocky really trying to break that arm. Look at him. 4 in a row. The Soul Man. He's out of control. Dropping an elbow across the chest. Mr. Wonderful is in some trouble here. Rocky's bringing him in. He's got him up. Jumping pile driver. Rocky Johnson delivers it effortlessly to Mr. Wonderful. Rocky's going to go for the cover. Wow, that was almost over. Rocky yelling at the ref. Telling him to speed up that count. That was 2.5. Orndorff's in trouble there. Rocky's dished out a lot of punishment. Rocky's trying to roll him over. He's got the Boston Crab. He's got it locked in. Orndorff may be in trouble. He's taking a lot of punishment. Look at Rocky bending him in half. Look at him cinching it down. Pulling with all his might, trying to break Orndorff in half.
Had him where he wanted him, but maybe he has something better planned.
Rocky let him go. Going for the vertical suplex. Perfectly executed.
He continues to press forward. It's obvious to see.
Rocky's heading up to the top rope. Diving elbow, missed the mark.
Missed the mark.
Big overhand.
Oh, how long did I know Rocky for? I don't know.
He's reminding his competition that they'll
I'd say probably 6 or 7 years. Drop kick to the spine. Look at Orndorff. He took it and didn't move. Rocky's bringing him in again. He's got him up, looking for another pile driver, and he delivers it. Mr. Wonderful has taken too much damage here. That's got to be all. Rocky goes for the cover. And he gets the win. I'm the only one to call that one. Dave's winning streak comes to an end. Rocky Johnson with the 3 count on Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. Thanks to that pile driver.
Here is your winner, Rocky Johnson.
No other way to
Rocky Johnson, a couple pile drivers.
Never a doubt. Barely a moment's suspense.
Sends him on his way to victory.
Lopsided as they come.
He did, Dave. He did. 3 stars is your official match rating. Rocky Johnson with a solid win over Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. Wasn't a bad match. It was a good match indeed. Yeah, maybe, Derek. Maybe. Yeah, I knew Rocky for about 6 or 7 years. All right, Mil Mascaras, the newest addition to the World Wrestling Federation, taking on George the Animal Steel. George has the voice Justin Michaels in his corner. That always gives you an advantage because Justin interferes any opportunity he can find. But Mil Mascaras is one tough customer. I'm going to go with him as my pick to get the victory. Dave says Mil Mascaras as well. Let me know who you guys think is going to get the win here at the Garden. Oh, yeah, the Usos, Godspeed, yeah. Godspeed says Mascaras is going to get the victory as well, so he is the heavy favorite coming into this one. You can't underestimate George. When I got to the arena tonight, he was munching on a turnbuckle, so he is fully fueled for tonight's action. Justin was sitting across the table from him, holding it for him as George munched away. Let's get your introductions.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from San Luis Potosi, Mexico, weighing in at 276 pounds, the Masked Man, Masca Reese.
Mil Mascaras.
Take some pride in their work. But who could blame
Yeah, if you're saying cocky Godspeed, yeah, I would agree. I would not disagree with that.
Saxton. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll hear you when they watch this match 10 times before bed tonight.
Mil Mascaras. Fans showing him some love here at the Garden. They're all about to back away from the walkway here. Nobody wants to be near George the Animal Steele. No one knows what he's going to do. Even Justin Michaels keeps his distance.
And his opponent from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 340 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
The WWE Universe more than ready to see this one start. This is going to be good.
George the Animal Steele taking on Mil Mascaras. Yeah, no kidding, Godspeed. Me too. Who wouldn't? His last couple of years, though, man, they've not been kind to him. I mean, financially they have been. But as far as public relations go, his last couple of years have been pretty hard on him. With that thing he did in Hawaii with Oprah and coming back into the ring. There are plenty of people who are not fans of his anymore. But certainly not in the wallet. He's had a very successful last couple of years, but not in the public relations department.
With experience comes confidence.
George Steele starting things off by grabbing a hold of Mil, and Mascaras wants nothing to do with it. Throws a couple of elbows to the ribs. Look at that springboard clothesline off the second rope by Mil Mascaras. First offensive move of the evening. Tosses George by his head across the ring. Now Mascaras heading up to the top rope. Turning around. What's he going to do? 1.5. Crushed him. Corkscrew moonsault is what they're calling it. Off the top rope. Went for the cover. George kicked out pretty quick, but it still hurt because it hit the mark. Mascaras with a couple of right hands to the head. Stomping on the shoulder now, a hairy shoulder of George the Animal Steele. Once again, tossing him across the ring now by his hair. Or by his head, I'm sorry. He doesn't have any hair up there. Mascaras pounding away on the Animal. Big shot to the body. Boot to the ribs. Mascaras brings him in. No, back body drop by George. Nice reversal. Fans love the Animal here at Madison Square Garden. They just keep their distance because they never know what he's going to do. Went for a military press. Mascaras bopped him right in the face. Mascaras trying to get him up. Reversal by George. Nicely done. Stomping on the face. The Animal, he's got the fingers on the face. Is he going for the mask? Derek says Mil Mascaras is going to get the victory. So Mil is the heavy favorite.
This is just brute power.
German suplex by Mascaras. He's got those thighs. Looking for the power bomb. And he executes it successfully. Going for a second time. George the Animal Steele slammed into the canvas. And there's Justin Michaels distracting Mil Mascaras, getting Steele a break. And he gets Mascaras from behind. Nice suplex by George. Justin Michaels did his job. Steele had a knee in the small of the back there, but Mascaras had a boot under the rope. Ref made him break the hold. Knee lift to the face. And the Animal is now in control. George Steele diving elbow off the top rope, right across the chest cavity. Mil Mascaras a little shorter of breath right now. Arm wringer, clothesline by the Animal. He's going to try and turn it into a win. He's got the leg hooked. Wow, and he gets the victory. The heavy underdog, George the Animal Steele, rides a clothesline to victory. He got a 3 count on Mil Mascaras.
Here is your winner, George the Animal Steele.
Wow, he just broke the bank. Nobody picked George Steele. He was a heavy underdog.
That's what happens when you put in the
That clothesline caught Mascaras a little more flush than we thought. Might have damaged his larynx Either way, he did not kick out, and George the Animal Steele gets the victory. 2-star match. Mil Mascaras goes down in defeat to George the Animal Steele. And if I remember correctly, Mil Mascaras is now 0-2 in the NHL, in the WWF since joining the World Wrestling Federation. I think he's had 2 matches and lost them both. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that he lost the first match as well. Yeah, no kidding, Dave. Next up, we have The Rock. Spoke of him momentarily ago. He is the WWF Heavyweight Champion. He is in a feud with King Kong Bundy. He will be matching up with King Kong Bundy in the main event at Showdown at Shea. In a week and a half time, title will be on the line in that one. It'll be a 2 out of 3 falls match. Bundy getting his rematch. It'll be his final rematch for the title as The Rock dethroned King Kong Bundy last month, and he will give him another shot at the title at Showdown at Shea, 2 out of 3 falls in the main event of Showdown at Shea, and it'll be Bundy's last shot at the gold. All right, so here we have Godspeed and Dave both saying The Rock is going to get the win. I'm going to go with Backlund. I'm going to make Backlund my pick. Let me know who you guys think is going to get the win. I say Backlund's going to pull off the upset. And if Backlund can get a win, they'll make that a triple threat match at Showdown at Shea. So Bob has something to prove here tonight at the Garden. If he can get a win over The Rock, it'll be a triple threat match for the title in the main event at Showdown at Shea. I'm picking Bob.
The People's Champion is here, an icon like no other.
We can say with no hyperbole, he is the biggest star on earth right now.
He took the title from King Kong Bundy and then beat
The following contest,
Bundy in a rematch.
for one fall, making his way to the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the World Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion, The Rock!
Yeah, I can't even
The Rock dethroned Bundy, beat him in a rematch, and then beat him in several other matches with the title not on the line. So Bundy gets one more shot at the gold at Showdown at Shea. Yeah, I got to agree with you, Dave. I'm making Bob my pick, but I think The Rock's probably going to win. If Bob Backlund can get a non-title match victory here tonight, he will enter the fray at Showdown at Shea, and it'll be a triple threat match.
The captain of Team Brilliant about to do exactly that.
That'll be the main event at Showdown at Shea. That's going to be a 10 to 12 match card. We usually go with 8, but that one, since it's going to host the WWF, the UWF, and the AWA. We're going to have 6 title matches. It's probably going to be a 10-match card, maybe even 12. So we're going to go long that night, more than likely. Here comes Bob.
And his opponent from Hartford, Connecticut, weighing in at 234 pounds, Bob Backlund.
I can't watch this entrance. I heard this one backstage talking up their own work.
Bob's got a lot to prove here.
Get in the ring and prove it, huh?
Bob was the initial World Wrestling Federation champion for 1 week. King Kong Bundy smashed him, took the title. Held it for quite a long time until he ran into The Rock. Dwayne took the title from him. He's held it ever since. Bob looking to join the fracas in the main event at Showdown at Shea if he can get a non-title win here tonight over the WWF Heavyweight Champion. Backlund with a nice gut-wrench suplex to start things off. We've had some upsets here tonight, so I don't see why Bob can't win. Version of the camel clutch. Locked in on the Rock. Dwayne grabs an ankle and pulls Bob over to the top. Slams his head into the canvas and several left hands to the side of Backlund's face. And then a kick to the face. The Rock up to the second rope now. Diving. Double axe handle there. Basement drop kick to the head. Really working Bob over right now. And now the Rock has a version of the camel clutch on. Fingers, look like he's got fingers in the eyes and in the nostrils. Bob slips out the back door and gets away. And now he's got his fingers in the Rock's nostrils, trying to rearrange his face. Bob Backlund. Whatever works, right? Bob goes for the cover. Not even a 1 count. Still early. Backlund with a swinging neck breaker. Big knife edge chop by Backlund ×3. He's got the Rock hammerlock. Suplex right on that hammerlock. Nicely done. Fans loving Bob here at the Garden. He was a main eventer here for many, many years. Derek's going with Bob to get the win. So we have a pick'em here in this one. Or the Rock is slightly favored. Solid right hands to the side of Backlund's face. Bob said, here's some to your face, sir. Solid left hands by Backlund. He's got the Rock down, stepping through. What's he gonna do? Oh, he's looking for it. Surfboard, face plant. The Rock's face hard down into the canvas. Backlund helping him to his feet. Big overhand right to the forehead. Walked right into an elbow. He's got it. Rock bottom. Didn't even need any setup. The Rock caught him by surprise. He's going for the cover. Wow, Bob got a shoulder up. Just barely before the count of 3. I thought it was over. So did everyone else here at the Garden. Nice reversal by Backlund there. Knee into the rib cage. And now he's got the knee in the small of the back. Submission hold by Backlund. And the Rock slips away. Big right hand, left hand body blow. Big overhand chop by the Rock. Inverted atomic slam. Backlund's in some trouble now. A second one. Backlund's down. The Rock's stomping away. What's he going to do? Heading up to the top rope. Backlund still down, staring up at the lights here at the Garden, struggling to get to his feet. And the Rock changes his mind. That was a mistake. Backlund blocked that haymaker. Hey there, Floyd. Welcome. Hope you're doing well tonight. Yeah, right, Derek. That's what I try and put together. Backlund goes for the cover. He got him! Bob Backlund pins the Rock in a non-title match, and he's going to Showdown at Shea. Wow.
Corey, I think that may be the biggest.
Here's your winner, Bob Backlund. And what's the Rock going to do? Bob's going to try and shake his hand. He was always a gentleman. And the Rock says, you beat me fair and square. Little bit of an upset here tonight. Bob Backlund with the win. And he has clinched his spot. He's going to be in the main event at Showdown at Shea. It's going to be a triple threat, 2 out of 3 falls match with Bundy, The Rock, and Bob Backlund for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. 3.5 stars is your official match rating on that one. Indeed, Godspeed, slight upset. Bob Backlund with the win, and he is going to Showdown at Shea, and he'll get another shot to get that championship back. The odds are still very limited. It'll be a 2 out of 3 falls triple threat match for the main event at Showdown at Shea in a week and a half time. That's cool. Good to see Bob in the main event there. All right, the main event of tonight's action is a return bout from last week at the Garden. Ravishing Rick Rude got the win over Superstar Billy Graham, despite the fact that the Superstar had his leg draped across the lower rope. Referee didn't care, didn't see, didn't matter. He counted to 3. Superstar Graham was ripping pissed, went to the World Wrestling Federation Board of Governors, demanded a rematch. They granted it. This is where we are tonight. Ravishing Rick Rude taking on Superstar Billy Graham. It's a return bout. Let me know who you think is going to get the win. Floyd says Superstar Graham. Godspeed says Rick Rude. I'm going to go with Rick Rude as well. I think he's going to ride that wave from last week. He's got tons of confidence coming in. And Dave says Billy's going to get his revenge. So we will have to see how it plays out. Superstar Billy Graham, he's upset, and he's got something to prove. But so does Ravishing Rick Rude. All week long, he's been hearing whispers in his ear. It was a fluke. It was a fluke. He didn't really beat Superstar Billy Graham. Well, he's got something to prove himself here tonight. Let's go down to ringside and get the introductions for tonight's main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing in at 273 pounds, Rick Rude.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
Superstar's ego. I have no idea how the rest of us can even fit in the venue.
Hyperbole does not suit you, Saxton. We're looking at a high-caliber athlete right now. Ego is well-deserved.
Corey, I'm inclined to agree with you on that. Ego or not, we're looking at a special talent.
Ravishing Rick Rude looking to prove that last week was not a fluke when he got that win over Superstar Billy Graham. All week long, people have been asking him about it. So he's got something to prove here tonight.
He said he'll steal the show here tonight, and he looks more than ready to deliver on that promise.
Cut the music.
All right. I love this guy.
Superstar's got something to prove tonight as well.
And his opponent from Scottsdale, Arizona, weighing in at 304 pounds, Superstar Billy Graham.
This is a match that folks have been clamoring for, and they are excited to finally get it.
It's only been a week. Oh, by the way, Derek, I'm going to the post office tomorrow. I have a bunch of books that I need to send out. Talked to Tony Gurria yesterday. I have to send him a copy of 30 Minutes. He wants to read 30 Minutes. So I'm sending him out a copy tomorrow. So I'll get yours out, Derek. Ravishing Rick Rude and Superstar Billy Graham return bout from last week. There's the bell. This one's underway. Both men have something to prove. Rude starts things off. Wow. With a solid right hand and a backbreaker across both of his knees. There's a knee to the back of Billy Graham's head. Face crashing hard into the canvas. He just bitch slapped Rude.
A man who has been counting the minutes to getting this fight started.
He's burying elbows in the midsection.
A little indecisiveness there by Superstar. Rude able to break the grip. And an inverted atomic drop on Superstar Billy Graham. Rude slams his head into the turnbuckle. Several boots to the midsection, now to the chest. Rude going for the quick cover. Graham has a foot under the rope. Referee wouldn't count. WWF officials gave the referee strict orders. Pay attention tonight during this bout. I don't know if Rude actually hit the mark on that one or if he missed. Either way, he's still in control. Slamming Superstar's knee into the mat. Knife edge chop by Rude. Tossing Superstar hard into the corner, follows him in. Rude, second rope, lower rope, up and over. Nice sunset flip off that lower rope by Ravishing Rick Rude. Several left hands right to the middle of the face of the Superstar. And a measured knee drop by Rude. He's working over Graham hard here. Nice reversal by Superstar. Left hands, right hands, left hand to the body. Superstar looking for an arm breaker, and he hits it. Solid left hand to the side of Rick Rude's face. Billy Graham can punch, and Rude gets a boot up to back him off. Jawbreaker reversal by Graham. Right hand missed. Rude takes advantage of the opening. Snapmare. Rick Rude. Rolling snapmare. Ravishing goes for the cover. It's a 2 count.
This is going to come down to who wants it more.
Leg sweep by Superstar. Big chop to the neck and a kick to the face. Billy Graham working over both sides of Ravishing Rick Rude. Diving elbow off the top rope. Superstar goes for the cover. And it's a 2 count.
Almost inhuman at this point.
Return bout from last week. Ravishing Rick Rude with a very controversial win last week. Both men with something to prove here tonight. Sellout crowd at the Garden. Neck breaker by Rude.
There's been plenty of action in this match, and the cost of that is really showing now.
Rude goes for the pin. 2 count only. Derek's going with Superstar Billy Graham as his pick for victory. Rude stomping on the back, looking for a fist drop. Hits the mark, and that one busted him open. Superstar Billy Graham sprung a leak. Right on the bridge of his nose. Throwing those right hand haymakers to the side of Rick Rude's face. Now some left-handed haymakers. Working over both sides of the brain. Superstar Billy Graham really dishing out the punishment to the Ravishing one right now. Wow, nice suplex there by Superstar. You can see the blood starting to pour more heavily down the bridge of his nose. He goes for the cover and gets a 2 count. Rick Rude still alive. Superstar Billy Graham backbreaker right across the knee. Billy Graham has the leg hooked. He's got the extra leverage. And the victory. Superstar Billy Graham bloodied but not beaten. He gets a 3 count on Ravishing Rick Rude, and he gets his revenge. Here's your winner, Superstar Billy Graham. And he's not done. He's not happy with the way things went down last week, and he's going to take it out on Mr. Rude right now. What are you talking about, Derek? Superstar Billy Graham gets his revenge. 3 stars is your official match rating. And he gets the pinfall on Ravishing Rick Rude. Good return bout. Superstar Billy Graham gets his revenge. We may not have seen the last of those two. They've had a couple of good matches so far. That's the end of the action here tonight at Madison Square Garden. Let's take a look at what went down here at Madison Square Garden. Tonight's recap is brought to you by Godlike Hosting, offering your premium game hosting with high performance, minimal ping, and improved protection. They specialize in Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto, and 28 other games. If you're looking for a new host or a new server, check out Godlike Hosting by using the link in the description below. You can get a free trial, and they have nothing but 5-star reviews online, so Maybe a good option for you if you're looking for something new. All right, we got things started. Tito Santana, non-title win over Greg the Hammer Valentine. It was a decisive win. Greg, not his best performance at all. That was embarrassing. Big John Studd, same thing, and ass-kicking on the Iron Sheik. That was not good for him. The Iron Sheik, Big John Studd looks like he is back on track. Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, with a solid victory over the Honky Tonk Man. Bruno Sammartino, very good win over Pat Patterson earlier this evening. Rocky Johnson with an upset over Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Everybody picked Mr. Wonderful to get the win. Rocky shut everybody up. George the Animal Steel with a huge upset over Mil Mascaras. Nobody picked George. He was the heavy underdog. He broke the bank with the victory and the 3 count over Mil Mascaras. Bob Backlund, a non-title win over the WWF champion, The Rock. So Backlund has now joined the main event at Showdown at Shea. It's going to be a triple threat, 2 out of 3 falls match between The Rock, Bob Backlund, and King Kong Bundy for the WWF Championship. And in tonight's main event, the return match from last week, superstar Billy Graham got the victory and his revenge on the Ravishing Rick Rude. That was a pretty good match. Hopefully, have not seen the last of those two because they've had a couple of good matches so far. All right, let's go over to the calendar, bump it up to tomorrow, and tomorrow's stream, 6:30 bell time. New Japan is what we will feature tomorrow evening. Like I said, 6:30 bell time, and we are now less than a week and a half away from Showdown at Shea. Tonight's action has been brought to you by the WWE Shop, Godlike Hosting, Fanatics.com, and SeatGeek. Don't forget about SeatGeek. Use the link in the channel description to get to their website. Enter the code ScottStevens10, and you can save $10 on your order of $250 or more. All right, reminder, my merchandise store has a sale right now today, only 25% off of everything. We are 48 days away from college football 25. 48 days. We've been waiting 4 years. Actually, we've been waiting like 10 years, 11 years for it. But it is coming. And this week, we should start seeing some stuff tomorrow. Hopefully some gameplay and stuff like that. Matt Brown, who is the big guy who releases the information, has said that this week there will be a lot of information released on college football 25. Now, we do not know if it's going to be tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday or even Friday, but he did say that it would be this week. So we do have that to look forward to. All right. So like I said, 6:30 tomorrow night. Don't forget about that. New Japan Wrestling tomorrow evening. If you saw anything you liked tonight, make sure you drop a like down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's a good time to do that. Once you do that, make sure you hit the bell icon and turn on all of your notifications so you don't miss out on anything. Tomorrow night, I'm probably going to have an announcement on an event that I'm going to be doing in June. As soon as I get done here, I have to call the lady and speak to her to verify everything. But very fun event coming up in June. And you guys out there, if you're interested, you can help in that no matter where you are too. So I'll probably have that announcement tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you Godspeed for joining. Have a good night yourself. Thank you, Floyd. You have a good night yourself. Thank you, Derek, for joining. Thank you, Dave, for joining. Bonnie was here. I don't know if she talked or not, but I know she was here. So thank you, Bonnie. Let's see. Thank you to everyone else who stopped in along the way. Yeah, there's Bonnie. And I appreciate every single one of you. And again, I say it all the time, man, but I really do. Because I know there's hundreds of thousands of channels on here that you can kill some time every night. And I'm very, very grateful, extremely grateful that you guys choose to spend a couple hours with me every night. So have a fantastic evening. Stay safe. I'll see you tomorrow night, 6:30 bell time. New Japan Wrestling is what we have coming for you tomorrow night. Have a fantastic evening. Thank you for joining. I will see you tomorrow.